Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at another button shy game. This game is going to be designed by Giulio Nazario. If I pronounce that improperly, I apologize, but I haven't played a game by this designer as of yet, so I was super excited to get this to the table and check this out. This is going to be a two-player head-to-head game called Championland's Track and Field. Now, Championland's is going to be a series of games here, all going to be two-player, 18-card games with 9 cards, 1 through 9 on each side. And this is the first one I got to play of it, and it's published by Button Shy Games. And you know, Button Shy Games is one of my favorite publishers, and they produce 18-card wallet-sized games that can be taken anywhere and played in a short period of time and have a lot of fun. So, with all that said, I was super excited to check this game out. Let's go ahead down the table. I'll show you how the game plays, and we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so this is Championland. Championland here is going to be a game series. So this is going to be a series of standalone games. And in this case, we're playing Track and Field. In Championland Track and Field, every year a grand arenas of the Championland overflow with hopeful athletes and excited crowds. Only the strongest, fastest, and smartest players can become champions. And what we're going to do here is we have these green cards and we have these purple cards here. They are listed 1 through 9, and we're going to hand them, this is a two-player game, to each player. The players are going to shuffle these cards. So they'll shuffle these cards up here, and we'll shuffle these cards up here. And then they're going to fan them out in their hand, and they cannot change the order of these cards. Players are going to take turns playing cards out into a field, and the field's going to have 3 rows. You're going to have player 1, this player's athletes. You're going to have the different events, and you're going to have player 2's athletes. Every player needs to play 6 athletes and 3 events. And we're going to get into that, how that happens in a second, but we're going to rewind a little bit here. And we're going to talk about the exact card order and how that works for this game. So here you're going to be placing these cards out, but you're going to be trying to do events. So you're going to notice that some of these say high, some of these say low, and some of them say mid. So these are going to represent the different events that can occur in the game, and that's going to be what your goal is going to be in each of those events to try to win. So with that said, we have to take a look at these because these events are going to affect you in the game. And there's 3 different types of events that can have in a row here, or in a column, sorry. Yeah, column. First, you can have speed events. So that's going to be running events. So these cards where they're running, that's going to be a speed event. And in that case, the lowest card number wins in that event. You could also have some jumping cards here. So if you have cards where you're going to be jumping in them, you're going to need to have the closest to 5. So this is going to be cards, jumping here. That's going to be cards 4, 5, and 6. So these are jumpings. So you're gonna. This is actually still speed cards. Sorry. These cards are your jumping cards, and the closest to 5 on either side of this event will win that event. And the last one's going to be strength, and that's going to be your 7 through 9. In your strength one, the highest card wins. So those are your different events. Now, what do you do on your turn? All right, so I'll shuffle these cards up again since I had them down there, and now I'm going to fan them out, and I can only play a card from the far leftmost or rightmost card. And each player is going to take turns placing them out. Now, during the game here, I have to put out 3 events, and I have to put out 6 athletes. I also have to put down 3 face-down cards, and 6 need to be face-up. So if I pick this one here, which is the Track and Field mid, and I place it here, I could place it face-up as an athlete, or I could place it face-up as a event. And if I didn't want you to see what the event was, I can place it face down. I can do that up to 3 times. Now the opponent's going to come here, and they're going to shuffle their cards just the one time at the beginning, and they'll never shuffle it again. And they're going to take the leftmost or rightmost card, and they're going to place it where they want. And like, maybe you're trying to do low, so I'll put my 1 there. No idea. And I'm not being very strategic right now, but then it comes back to me, and I can put an athlete over here if I want in the farther row. Then it goes back to the opponent, and they can pick, maybe they want to put a face down card down. All right, and I'll put a 7 here, and we're just going to randomly put out cards here for right now, and I will show you, let's just show you a couple here how these resolve. So, all right, so let's just say that's how it is. That's, actually, this purple could never be over here, so let's say that's how that is. Then we'll flip these cards over. There's going to be more rows, by the way, because we would need to fill this whole thing. There's basically going to be 6 rows, but we're just going to show you a couple of them to see how they resolve. So this one here is going to be the closest to 5 here. And in this case, the closest to 5 here is actually 8. So they would win this. And then over here, this is a low one, so it's the speed, so the lowest card wins, so they win. Over here, we have strength, so the highest card wins, so purple wins. And so on and so forth. We're going to resolve each of those, and you're going to look towards these cards to see who wins the game. Now, what if you tie? If players tie for an individual event, neither player wins that event. The player who won the most events is going to win the game. If you're tied for the amount of events winning, the first player will win the game, and you just play another game with the other player becoming the first player. I like playing this with best 2 out of 3. So in a quick nutshell, that's going to be how you play Championland, Track, and Field. Let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this game. Okay, so Championland's Track and Field component quality is great, just like any of the other button-shy line games. Good little plastic wallet to put it in. The cards will fit in here sleeved. And card quality is great like any of the other button-shy games. Now this game here gives me like the feel of a game, if you ever play like Battle Line or any of those style games. I do love those games like a lot. I play them constantly. So this game is right up my alley. And what's really cool about this is that not just because you can set up the events differently across the board and you're trying to figure out from your hand of numbers that you can't move around and you can only place the left or right card, and you're wondering what order your opponent has the cards in. But it's also that you can play some cards face down, so your opponent doesn't know what you played. You can play up to 3 of them that way. It is an amazing twist and addition to the strategy. I've never played, or as far as I know, I've never played a game by this designer, but I'm really excited about this game because I loved it a lot, so I'm really excited about what else this designer is going to come out with. So this gives me a really cool head-to-head feel, and just that simple element of being able to place cards face down makes the game so much more in the strategy sort of bluffing realm that I love. I mean, I can't believe how fun it is just to place down an event face down or an athlete face down, and the opponent has to, you know, try to math out what's on the board if they can. You have 3 of them face down so they can have a general idea, but what did you really put there? What were you really going for? And as of same, they can put 3 down, face down of their choice too. And it's really cool how each of those different events are going to resolve differently. So you have 3 different ways. It's a really cool head-to-head game. This is a game that you could just sit down at the end of an evening and just play with your friend or partner and just do as it's good enough that you could just keep playing and do as a thing that you just do together. This game is a lot of fun, 2 players, a lot of different strategy, and as you know the other player better, you can try to figure out what they're doing, and the big game becomes even more fun. So I really do like this game, and I can't wait to see what the other Championland series games are that come out for this. So yes, I highly, especially if you like games like Battle Line or what is it, Critters at War, Air, Land, and Sea. I had it right over there, so that's why I looked. That game is also awesome. That gives me the feels of this one. This one is designed differently, so it has its own little feel to it, so it's separate from those. But if you like games like this, you're going to love this game. And I can't highly recommend this game enough for you if you like those games to try this game out. So that's my thoughts on Championland Track and Field. Thank you for watching.